OMG, everyone needs to calm down. So what if using Signal to discuss war plans was illegal? So what if every single one of the 18 Trump administration officials on the chat knew they were breaking their oath to uphold the laws and protect the nation's secrets? The Trump team says it's not illegal. Haven't we figured out the rules yet? What they say goes. I do wonder what's up with forearm flexing Jim Jordan, though. He so enjoyed his bare forearmed rants about Hillary's emails. I'll bet he wishes our side had made this colossal blunder so he could get back in the saddle and unleash some fire and fury. He's insufferable, but he does bring the assholery like none other. Wouldn't it be cool if Dems could lease him for a few months? Send him on an apoplectic bender to torment the Trump administration for fucking up on so many levels. We could bring in Matt Gaetz for a cameo, too. I'd love to see both of them questioning Hegseth and the gang. The ratings would be fist bump flag fire. Anywho, remember Michael Flynn snarling out "lock her up" and how Trump would get that smug sugar high grin when he heard it? Remember how giddy bleach blonde bad built butch body was over that little saying? Alex Jones, Steve Bannon, Iguana Stephen Miller, and all the rest of them, they couldn't get enough of it. It was their favorite refrain. Let's hope they all choke on that. Let's also not forget the media. They loved reporting on the emails. I guess if the media reports on Signalgate as much as they did on Hillary's emails, we can expect to be hearing about it until we feel beaten into a coma. Trump's explanation is gold. He says it's Signal's fault. It's a bad app. Bad Signal, bad. Maybe the app made Petey Petiti text out the war plans. Maybe the app has a crush on Jeffrey Goldberg and wanted him to see how sexy it looks when it transmits classified information. Mike Waltz says Jeffrey Goldberg finagled his way into the chat. Maybe he tapped into the same magic Hillary Clinton channel to disappear the basement from the Comet Ping Pong Pizza restaurant in D.C., where she and John Podesta were running their pedophile ring. It's unclear if he realized his argument hinged on Signal being a weak enough app that finagling was feasible. He sounded strong when he said it, so it didn't have to make sense. Of course, based on the hearings, Tulsi Gabbard should totally be left off the hook for any culpability because she's clearly in the midst of a serious memory crisis. She has no idea which country she's in or what she says day to day, especially when she's under oath. I mean, really, folks, it's actually the most innocent little boo-boo ever. Like CCing a random person on a private email, or texting your girlfriend when you meant to text your wife, or handing out your best friend's bank account information to a cabal of identity thieves. It's a totes normal snafu. Also, The Atlantic is a magazine of the devil. Only Satan worshippers read it. And as Kitty K. Caroline Levitt will tell you, both Jeffrey Goldberg and his wife are registered Democrats, which everyone knows means they want to overthrow King Trump, burn the nation to the ground, and run away with everyone's joy. So, WTF, people? Signalgate is a nothing burger. Orangina says so. Pam Bondi says no investigation is necessary. Plus, something Hillary's emails. Pam's such a peach, isn't she? Yeah. P.S. Hillary, in an NYT op-ed, said, "OMG, are you kidding me? You fucking hypocritical pieces of shit." Okay, not in those words, but that's what she meant. Even Hillary has got to know that guys with thighs like Hegseth always come pre-packaged with a few hall passes. Petey Petiti gets at least 2 mulligans in the first quarter, and then 1 every 6 months after that. That's separate from sex scandals, of course, or DUIs. If you think about it, only the millions and millions of Americans who served in the military and a smattering of politicians who still admit the Constitution exists could fully understand what a huge crime this is. The right-wing media machine has already sent out the memo. It's not illegal. Nothing was classified. Signal is impenetrable. The cult-attuned brains have already absorbed the lying-ass message, and they're working at soaking as many people as possible with it. The bozos who don't know any better probably won't ever know any better. I suppose the question is, will the honorable people who served and who currently serve look the other way and let it go? Knowing this kind of blatant disregard for protocol is what gets people killed, will they go along? Like the Blue did after it watched their own get obliterated on J6? How will soldiers handle knowing their leaders aren't being held to the same standard that gives all of them the best fucking shot of staying alive? Who cares? It's fine. Treason schmeason. It all just boils down to 18 random people texting. From the bar, from the White House, from the Russian hotel. If classified information happened to hop into the mix, well, that's the app's fault. And because Dems are meanie pants. Final answer. Yeah.